Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today I finished two books this week. I read City of Bones by Cassandra Clare and Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I don't know how I ended up reading two books at once, but I did. So grab yourself a drink, a snack, and let's talk about it. I'm going to start off and say that both of these books were amazing. Like, I could not set them both down, and it was hard to pick which one I wanted to read at the moment. Just saying. This, you can tell that they are both the first works of these authors. To my knowledge, City of Bones was Cassandra Clare's first, traditionally published book. But I know she has a history of being on fanfiction websites, which is some of her controversy, honestly. And then we have Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. And to my knowledge, this is her first traditionally published work. And you can tell with both of these books that they were their first works, but they were phenomenal good works. I think, to me, that they were good first works. One thing I noticed about Throne of Glass, especially, which I'm going to talk about Throne of Glass. I've been reading this one. If you want, a rough draft summary, this book follows our girl, Celaena Sartharden. She is an assassin, and it is her job when she is captured and taken to these salt mines in a place called Endover. She is summoned to the palace by the Crown Prince to be a part of this competition amongst a bunch of other assassins and soldiers and killers to become the king's champion. What this means is that whoever wins becomes the king's champion and they're the king's own personal assassin. Celaena makes a deal with the Crown Prince Dorian, as well as being trained by the captain of the guard, Khal Westfall, to become the king's champion. And if she can win this competition, she is a well-renowned assassin, and it is her job, and her job alone, that if she can win this competition to vanquish evil, which she makes that deal later on with somebody else, I'm not gonna spoil that part, but ultimately Dorian gives her this deal that she will win her freedom within 4 years of service to his father. And along the way, Khal and Dorian start feeling feelings for Celaena, as well as her feelings. She's in the feels for the both of them as well. Like I said before, you can tell that this was Sarah J. Maas's first work, if not one of her firsts. And I found a reference to a cauldron in it after reading ACOTAR. You know that there's a cauldron. There's a really grand cauldron in ACOTAR that has meaning to it. I tweeted about this. If you don't follow my Twitter, I have a link on my YouTube channel in my link tree, as well as on my TikTok. If you want to follow, my Twitter is where I mostly post my first initial moments. So go follow my Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's Spontaneous1, but if you want those first reactions, please go follow my Twitter. I post a bunch of garbage there. I'm trying to be more active on other social media. Not my Instagram. My Instagram is more for me to just talk to friends outside of TikTok and other social media. I don't scroll on it, honestly. But yeah, someone was talking about a cauldron, and it was the king was stirring the cauldron. And I was like, the cauldron? Are you talking about, I'm like, oh, see, she has a thing for cauldrons. Anyways, I found that really funny. So now we're going to talk about City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, which this cover makes me feel very uncomfortable. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't mind real people on the covers as long as it's done well, but why is there light coming from this man's pecs? Why is there light coming from this man's pecs? Why is there words on the man's chest? I know this is probably supposed to be our boy Jace, but just why? Just why? I don't understand this cover, at all. But this book follows our girl, Clary. She is raised as a mundane, which is just like a normal human, normal teenage girl. She goes to a club called Pandemonium, and she sees shadow hunters, including Jace, Alec, and Isabel, killing a demon. And this opens her sight to the shadow realm, which means that she can see monsters, demon, the shadow hunters who use glamours, which is like magic. And then her mother is kidnapped. And it is her job, along with the work of the shadow hunters, to help her find her mother. She falls in love with Jace. There's a huge twist I did not see coming. Someone was evil. I was not expecting that at all. Like, and then there was another twist that was a little bit spoiled too by both Book Talk and the TV show, because I was watching the TV show a little bit with siblings before I moved out. So I did know a little bit about the second twist, but it did not ruin it for me. The way they found out was like, excuse? So yeah, that was a lot to take in from a first book, let me tell you. Now, as for which one I loved the most out of both of these, the worlds are so rich and so different, but they feel alike to me. I don't know what it is, but this one, I love the world of the Shadowhunters. If you don't know me, I loved the Infernal Devices. They made me laugh, they made me cry, they made me fall in love with characters. Infernal Devices made me feel all of the feels, so I had to start reading these ones. I loved this one. I'm honestly going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. Like, I loved this as a first book for the whole world of the Shadowhunters, which now there's like, I think 20 books in like the main series, and that's not including like novellas, spin-off books. Like, there is like 20 of these, and I'm still trying to collect them all. I just got all the Infernal Devices. I have now all the Mortal Instruments. I just finished collecting all the Mortal Instruments, which is the first series in the series. There's like mini-series in the series. If you know, you know. It's hard to explain. I'm still learning myself. So, yeah. I'm going to give this one a 4.5. It was great. I did knock a little bit off for this cover. It just, I can't stand the cover. Honestly, like, I don't know why they went with this. Like, why is there a giant man hovering over a city? Like, why? Who thought of this? Like, who? As for City of Glass, I loved this book. It did have some parts where it felt very sluggish, it felt very slow. It did feel like that to me a few times, but the good parts, like I said with a lot of Sarah J. Maas's works, the good parts are so good that it makes up for all the slow bits. I think, honestly, to me, like, I know they're both problematic authors, but why is it that the problematic authors are the ones that have the best, like, books to me? I mean, I grew up a Harry Potter nerd, and then I found out that J.K. Rowling was a TERF, which is why. And then I started reading these, found out that Cassandra Clare has problems, started reading Sarah J. Maas's work because it feels like required reading on Book Talk, honestly. It feels like it's required reading to read Sarah J. Maas, to read all these other books. And then I hear that they're problematic and that you're a bad person if you read them, which, as long as you're buying your book secondhand, you are fine. Like, you're fine. If you're buying your book secondhand, you're not putting money in the author's pocket, please read them. Like, don't burn them. I think I've been on this rant before, but don't burn your books. Please, please don't burn your books. I'm done with that part. As for Throne of Glass, I'm going to give this one another 4.5. Well, maybe a 4.3. Maybe just a 4 stars. Yeah, I think I'm going to say 4 stars because the slug parts were so sluggish. They were so slow. I did want to kind of DNF this for a little bit. And now I am reading the second one, Crown of Midnight. So, and this one already is, I'm going to say, a little bit better. I'm not even quarter way through it yet. And it has a lot more better of a pace, which you can tell that Sarah J. Maas was getting better with this one after this one. So, And plus, I'm told that it gets good after the 4th book, which this one was already great. How do you get better from the 4th book? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that this one was a 4.5. And this one right here, Throne of Glass, is a 4-point read. 4 stars. Like I said, I don't script these videos. I just kind of go off and just talk about the books, which is honestly just me. I love talking about books. So, I'm sorry if I am annoying. I feel like I'm annoying, so. Yeah, those are the 2 books I read this week. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you enjoy these books. If you have read them, please, let's talk in the comments below. If you have suggestions, recommendations, you really have anything to say to me, honestly, please leave it in the comments below. I love talking to you guys. And if you're not subscribed, it would help me a lot to be subscribed to this channel. Ultimately, I do want to make really good YouTube content once I learn how to edit more and learn how to do... I just learned how to put screenshots on a video, so yay me. So yeah, I really hope you love this video. I really hope that we can talk in the comments. Literally, if you have anything to say, please say it. I really want my book videos to get a little bit more love because that's ultimately what this channel is about. I love you all, and I really hope you have a great day and have fun. Happy reading.